This car's got a 12-bolt rear end in it, and it's got drum brakes, and they're completely intact, and they look pretty good. Everything looks like it's in good working order, so we could probably just put wheel cylinders, shoes, and stuff like that. However, I want to make an upgrade on this car that is dual purpose. Obviously, I want it to have good brakes and safe brakes. Not that drum brakes are unsafe, but disc brakes are obviously better. So Wilwood makes a kit for a 12-bolt, and we're planning on putting a Wilwood disc brake kit on the back of this car. And the reason for that, I said dual purpose, the reason for it is good brakes, and because this thing is a 12-bolt, GM 10 bolts are the same way, they have a C-clip style rear end, and that's what holds the axles in place. That means if you break an axle, the axle can just come out of the car, and that means your tire and wheel and everything comes out of it. That's not a good situation. I obviously wouldn't want to tear up this wheel well. I wouldn't want to wreck the car. There's a lot of reasons you don't want your tire and wheel coming off. So the second purpose of the disc brake is that it actually will retain the axle. So the disc brake rotor slides over here, and then your caliper goes over that, and that actually holds your axle in the case of an axle breakage. So that's the plan. We're putting Wilwood disc brakes on here, but we do have to disassemble this and make some measurements to see what our axle offset is. That's the measurement from here to the axle or the housing flange back here. So we got to disassemble this, and then we'll start measuring. Okay. And yes, they make tools for this, but these Knipex pliers typically do a pretty good job of grabbing. You ever get busy doing something and you just forget about breathing? And then all of a sudden you're out of breath for no reason? Is that just me?
Yeah, I guess so. Not me.
Okay, well, it's good to know. Just peel these off, like so. Okay, we got Allen head bolts on the wheel cylinders. That's a first. That's like maybe the only car in America with Allen head bolts. Got it. I'm gonna need your creeper.
My creeper?
Yes, the thing you're sitting on is
That's a creeper?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I do not know this.
I don't know. I thought it was called a rolly thing. I honestly thought it was called a rolly thing.
Okay.
Here we go.
Under the car.
Under the car.
I've already got a little start here. I've got this bolt loose. We'll show you here how this goes together and how it comes apart on this is a C-clip style rear end. This is a 12 bolt out of a 66 or 67 Nova. Super rare. These only came in like the L79 cars. This would be a very desirable rear end for somebody if it didn't have all these hundreds of brackets welded to it. But it's going to be just fine for us. The axles push against this bar that goes through there so that there's not a lot of slack. But when you take that bar out, you can push the axle in and get the C-clip out. That's what we got to do, because we got to remove the axle in order to install this brake kit. So there's that C-clip. See how it gets its name? C for Carly. So before I started actually doing any of the actual brake stuff, I ran some brake lines. So this car had brake lines, but they're old. So I put some new brake lines on there. And the way this Wilwood system works, it uses two flexible lines that go to the caliper, whereas a regular GM style rubber flex hose is just one hose that splits to a hard line that runs across the housing. On this setup, we're running our hard lines across the cross member on the frame and over to the other side, and basically mimicking this design. So this will go to the caliper, gives us plenty of room for up and down travel. So I've already got that kind of mocked up. Nothing's really tightened down yet. I'll wait for that until we get everything bolted on, but now we can pull this axle out because we've removed the C-clip. Okay, so theoretically, this new Wilwood kit will bolt to this flange and everything else will go together just naturally. There's not going to be a lot of cutting and grinding and welding and fabrication and frustration, none of that. So let's see how that works out. All right, so this is the Wilwood 12-bolt disc brake kit. And they make them for different offsets because different 12-bolt rear ends have different axle offsets. So we had to measure and see what our offset was. And I would imagine that that determines how deep this hat is on this rotor. So this kit comes with an internal parking brake. It's kind of like a little drum brake assembly that fits inside the hat of the rotor. And that is super cool, but I don't ever foresee us having a parking brake on this car. So I'm going to remove all this. I don't know. I just feel like that would simplify our installation. And if I'm not ever going to use it anyways, just get rid of it. Now, I could have gotten a drag race kit. Wilwood makes plenty of drag race components. But since I do plan to drive this car on the street some, it's a good idea to have this street kit because you got a nice street-friendly rotor. And, of course, their famous calipers that are just bulletproof. So, ideally, what we're looking at here is this bolts on to that, and this is your caliper bracket. So first, I'm going to take all this off, which is going to require me to take those two screws out, take these two pins out, and all of this will come off of this plate. So what that leaves us with is this. I'm covering up a little boo-boo there. Sorry about that. So this fits on like so. Bolts line up perfectly. And we can literally just bolt this thing on, which is like amazing because our front brake installation was days worth of grinding and cutting and figuring and thinking. And this doesn't require any of that.
It doesn't require any thinking?
No thinking. Just mindless bolting together.
So could you close your eyes and do it?
I think so. Let me try. Yeah, I mean, it's going.
And he's not faking. I mean, I see both eyes are closed.
Yeah, I mean, this goes over here. See?
Very nice, very nice. It's impressive.
Should I do the rest of this video with my eyes closed?
Yes, you should.
Okay. The Wilwood kit, the only thing that it didn't come with were these bolts. So I'm putting just, 1 inch long grade 8 bolts, 3/8 diameter. It said to reuse your original ones, but this car had some like Allen bolts that were like this long. I'm not a fan of Allen head bolts. So we can put our axle back in now that that's bolted on. Axle goes in. Like that. Now you want to go ahead and put the C-clip in because this is not the actual offset of the axle right now. Right now the axle's pushed in because it doesn't have its C-clip in the bar. When it has the C-clip in the bar, it's actually sitting out probably, I don't know, an 1/8 inch. So before we start putting this back together, we need to put the C-clip in and the bar back in. So let's put this rear end back together. We're going to do that by sliding this C-clip. You can use something with a magnet. That would be handy, but if you are careful, you can put it in there by hand. And as soon as that slides in, then you can push out on the axle and it holds itself. We'll rotate this around the other way. That. Yep. This goes in like so. And this goes back in. just tighten that up and we're back together. All right, there's two different ways you can do this. You can put the ring on the axle flange first and then put the rotor on there, or you can set this inside the rotor. It's kind of up to you. Either way, the main idea here, wow, I got it first try. I never get that because anytime I've test fitted it, it lands on one of the other bolt patterns. So the main thing is that this sits flush. It's kind of hard to get it to fit in there like this. Let's try taking this off, and it'll never come off. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Let's try it like this. See if that treats us any better. Now, I bet you I'm not going to get the right bolt pattern. Twice in a row. Man, I'm an expert. Okay. Now it's time to put the caliper on. And all this seems so easy because of the struggles of our front brake situation. But that's a good thing. We need a little easy project here. So this is going to bolt on 2 bolts. The bolts are supplied with the Wilwood kit, washers, and the bolt kit comes with shims. And the reason why those shims are important are for spacing, because they want your spacing here and there to be exactly the same. And that's just mainly so that the pads fit right and that the pads don't wear on one side more than the other. That one slides in pretty good. And so does that one. Sweet. So there's that. It's got a little spring clip thing that holds the pads in. But that's it. Tighten. Run our brake hose, which has this 90-degree fitting on it. That goes into the back of the caliper. This goes onto that. And we'll be done. That is easy.